Hey garden enthusiasts, August is here, and while the summer sun is still blazing, your garden needs some extra love to thrive through these final weeks. Today, we are diving into a must-do August garden checklist that will keep your plants happy and healthy. Whether you are a gardening pro or just figuring out which end of the shovel to use, stick around. We've got some surprising tips, a few laughs, and all the know-how you need. Let's kick things off with planting for fall. Did you know that August is your golden opportunity to get a head start on your fall harvest? Quick growing crops like radishes, spinach, and lettuce love the cooler temperatures. Research shows that spinach germinates better in soil that's slightly cooler. So aim for planting it in shaded spots or after a light rain. Fun fact, ancient Egyptians used to plant lettuce not just for salads, but because they are believed it had certain magical properties. So maybe you're planting more than just veggies. And pruning and deadheading, think of it as your garden's haircut. It's all about keeping things neat and encouraging new growth. August is the last call to prune your summer flowering shrubs, but be aware. Don't go snipping those spring flowering ones unless you want to sabotage next year's blooms. Research from the Royal Horticultural Society shows that regular deadheading can extend the flowering season by up to 6 weeks. So snip away. It's like giving your plants a second wind. Just don't prune your neighbor's rose bushes. They might not appreciate the help. Now let's talk dirt literally. Healthy soil is the secret sauce for a thriving garden. This month, it's time to check your soil's pH and nutrient levels. Studies have shown that adding compost can increase soil's microbiome activity by 20%, improving plant health and yield. If your soil's feeling a little blah, give it a boost with organic matter, and remember, mulching is your garden sunscreen. It helps retain moisture and keeps those pesky weeds away. Watering might seem straightforward, but there's a science to it. August heat can be brutal, so your plants need a good drink, about an inch of water each week. Research suggests that deep watering in the early morning reduces water loss by up to 50% compared to watering later in the day. Pro tip, if you're unsure how much an inch of water is, just think of it as about the height of your favorite gardening mug. And no, I'm not talking about the one that says, I wet my plants, although that's pretty accurate this time of year. August is prime time for garden pests. Aphids, caterpillars, and slugs can turn your garden into their personal buffet. But don't reach for the chemicals just yet. Research shows that introducing beneficial insects like ladybugs can reduce pest populations by up to 70%. Neem oil is another natural solution. It's like a spot treatment for your plants, but with fewer cucumber slices and more pest control. Last but not least, it's harvest time. Tomatoes, cucumbers, beans, they are all ripening up, and it's time to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Did you know that harvesting your veggies regularly encourages the plant to produce more It's like when you eat one cookie and suddenly you want the whole batch. Plants are the same way. Studies show that peak flavor and nutrition happen when you harvest at just the right time. So keep those baskets ready. And there you have it, your August garden checklist. Following these tips will keep your garden in tip-top shape and ready for a beautiful fall. If you found this guide helpful and maybe even got a chuckle or two, make sure to like, share and subscribe for more gardening wisdom and a few more laughs along the way. See you in the garden.